Good afternoon or evening, boys and ghouls. Sorry, that was just me trying to do a witch. Because, as I may have mentioned, here's a witch hut, and I'm going to make it into a witch farm. This is what we got. We got this witch farm. Not sure what that is. Did he just wink at me? What is that? Anyway, I'm really concerned about what that is. Never mind. Down here, this is where the witches are going to fall to. This is a witch hut. We're going to make it into a witch farm. Now, I YouTube searched and Googled how to make the best witch farm in Skyblock, expecting to find somebody telling me, you know, this is the best way to... It's gone. This is the best way to do it, blah, blah, blah. But I couldn't find anything. Nothing at all. Plenty of witch farms using ice blocks and lots of redstone and stuff, but nothing on how to make a nice basic witch farm in Skyblock. Nothing at all. So I'm going to do it for you. Got a chest full of stuff here. In a nutshell, this is kind of what you're going to need. You don't need cooked mutton to make a witch farm. This is my spare food. This is basically what you're going to need. Not the stairs either, that came off the witch hut. The crafting table is to chop these down into half slabs when it comes to it. There's a couple of extras of bits and bobs, but you'll see how it goes as we build it. 2 buckets of water to make a water source, a couple of boats, trapdoors, 37 redstone. Now you don't need 37 redstone. In the beginning, you actually only need 8 redstone and a redstone torch. What I mean within the beginning is this is a 3-layer witch farm. You can only do 3 layers on a witch hut. You'll only get 3 layers out of this, and you'll only get basically the space of the witch hut. If you can activate one of those, you will eventually get enough redstone to activate the other 2 layers. I hope that makes sense. So to start off with, in terms of how basic it is, you don't need 37 pieces, you need 8 and a redstone torch, which you should have been able to get from other farms. First thing I'm going to do is take down the witch farm. Now, I'm not going to take it down completely. Again, this is going to sound daft, and you could take it away completely if you wanted to, but I don't want to. What I actually want to do is kind of maintain its presence a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. I'll take a couple of stacks of these. I'm not keeping everything on me, I'm keeping it in here, and I have set my spawn point purely because I expect to fall off into that void. First place I'm going to attack is these walls. We will take this as a spare barrel. Oh, I forgot there's already a crafting table here. Well, I saved the mushroom, but unfortunately, we lost the plant pot to the void. So the first layer of this needs to be on the very bottom. The reason I'm using full blocks is because I don't want water being all funny. I want to make this as natural and normal as I can. I just want to say as well at this point, I have made this in creative, but I have yet to make it in survival. This is the first time for me and for you. And I know it's the first time for you because I've checked to try and find, and there's no one else who's done it in Skyblock. You need to clear it so you've got a too high space. That's so the witches can spawn in. That's why I'm just chopping away all this. And when I said that I'm keeping some of the witch hut in place, that's literally just the parts of the foundation of the witch hut that are there on the platform. Unfortunately, I've decided to make my ladders down from there. I'm going to leave those for now, and I'm going to refigure that out. That was a silly thing to do from a silly person. And then it's the same for the next layer. 2 up. We just fill those in. Now, this front part does actually count as witch hut too, so you can take this out as well, all the way out the front. And also, if you look, the witch farm overhangs one there, so you can widen it out that way. It's literally the imprint of the witch hut, and you could have done the front or the back, because the back will work. I'm not going to do the back part purely because we want water to run across here, and you want it 8, so it should be 8 by 7. 8, 7. We've got 1 layer, we've got another layer up here. This can come out now as well. I'm going to do something with this little stupid bit here. I'll just put 1 torch in the middle just to stop anything spawning in the time when I'm flying around and flitting and getting bits. My axe broke. And then the last layer that you want to pop on is just on top of the roof, which is just there. Well, obviously 2 above this one. Basic in Skyblock is really what you want to go for. In terms of spawning platforms, that's it. 1, 2, and 3. No big deal, nothing complicated. I'm going to have to do something better with these steps up because this is an awful arrangement. Right, so the next step with the spawning platforms is to put a lovely, lovely barrier around. This is to stop water flowing out anywhere. Then what you're going to want to do as well is put a half slab on. Same on this layer and the same on the layer above. Now's the part where we want these trapdoors. At this point, I've just got to tell you, if you've built the backs of these up like me, then I'm afraid I've set you down the wrong path. So you actually need to get on the back to put the trapdoors on. They need to be like that. The only way I know to do it is to do it from this side. So they need to all open up like that, and that's how you want your trapdoors. Then you can put your back on like that. I did tell you I'd only done this once in creative. Right, I've slept again and I've grabbed my redstone. And also one other thing, don't put the tops on these ones here. You're going to want to run a trail of redstone across every one behind the trapdoor, so that when you power that redstone, the trapdoors are open, and when you unpower it, they close. And that's what we're relying on. Now, if I hadn't have put those on, I could do that from up here. But I did, so I'm going to have to go down and remove them again. I've only made this in creative up until now. Let's now do our watery parts. So all these trapdoors are going to want to be filled in behind them, just like that. There's our water. Not entirely sure why it's not flowing the whole way. Right, we've got all those filled with water, and we're going to do the same on the other ones. And yeah, while we're down here, we're going to do the little drop shooty bit. Obviously, when they fall off the edge, you want them to go somewhere, so let's make it so they go somewhere. We'll just make it down 2 so they can't jump back out. It's no big deal. This is perfect. This is just perfect. Go up there, like that, like that, like that. Okay, so what we need to do from the center point, so that's 1, 2, 3, center. Make a nice big hole. We should have got a sign while we were there. We could use a piece of ladder, but I don't want the witches sticking on it. One of those there, and in fact one of them there. And then we'll put a sign there in a second. Yeah, I'll stop water there so the witches can fall down in that one. It all makes sense, trust me. Actually, don't trust me. After the debacle with the trapdoors, I wouldn't trust me either. But I will say it again, you're probably not going to find a better version of this. That's what I bought a sign for. Now comes the interesting bit. We're going to build a clock to open up these trapdoors. We're going to build this boat clock. We're going to build it around the center one. The reason I'm going to do that is because the redstone will carry equal distances both ways. So if we do it around the center, it will go up and it will go down, and it will open up all of these. Now you could do it at the top or the bottom, but you will need at least one repeater to get the redstone all the way around. That's probably going to make a bit more sense in a second. Oh, it's still going to collide with that. I've still not built this ladder column far enough away. Right, so what I've done is run this track all the way around the outside of the middle layer of this witch farm. Now, I've built it all 2 blocks away from it, except for this back part. So the reason we've kept this one so close is purely because we're going to pinch the wall here because of my column. I'm sure you can adapt your own. I think this is more of a concept and an idea rather than a tutorial. Reason being is because I've never made this in survival before. And yeah, you do want to put slabs on all the way around as well, all the way around the other side. Wall's done. See where we're going with this in a sec. Want to cover up the top while we're on. Yeah, you are going to need a lot of blocks with this. I may just about have enough. So the boat's running around here. This is the complicated part. So what you want to do is put pressure plates on the end one of every single one, and then 4 after. Now this one here has got a very special duty, but we'll go for that in a second. Now I'm going to say again, I built this in creative. I didn't have this racetrack around the witch farm idea. I built it at the back, so the size of it may not quite work out, but we're going to look around and see. It's absolutely perfect. It's 4 every way around with 1 on the end. I could not ask for that to be more perfect than that is right now. Now comes the exciting part. Now, I'd show you this happily if this were a tutorial and I wasn't sort of ad-libbing it, as it were. But what you want to do on the bottom block, opening this up so you can see, on the block with that piston, you want to take a redstone torch, put it on the same block. But that's it for that. You can box that back up now and cover it and back to normal. And then what you want to do with that is link up the redstone, so that's on the one next to the torch. You can see it's powered, then bring it up. Now all those will be powered. Somehow now what we're going to do is get the redstone from there up to there. I'm going to get this down here like this. Little jiggery pokery, and the signal manages to go all the way to the end. Just one point of note on the top one. At some point we will be building a gigantic roof across this. Now we've got to take it down. So the redstone's all up and running. When you come to the corner ones, always put it on this one closest. If you put it on both, the boat won't go flying around the corner. And then on every other one, put it on both, just like that. 1, 2, and again on the corner, only that one. Why is that not working? Oh, there's a hole there as well. If you don't know what a boat clock is, I'm not entirely sure what the name of it is, I call it a boat clock. You pop your boat down there, in fact we'll ride it, and it moves through every single one of these, slows down over the pressure plates, but it will go round, and then when it hits that one, it'll hold it open just enough for the water to wash off anything that's on there, including our friends the witches. Now it's quite wide, that doesn't happen very often, that boat hitting that. So the solution, you know what the solution is, you can already see it in my hand. Pop down a second boat when they're at halfway round. You could even put a third one if you wanted to make it go quickly. But if I've done it right, the boat will travel all the way around. And then when there's witches built up, it will wash them off. Something's been missed with this bottom one, something I've forgotten to do. I'm going back in because I left that block there. Pop the sign there, look, gives you the gap. And now we wait, see if it works. Oh look, well, you couldn't expect anything too efficient. Oh, there's another one. They're missing my platform. I mean, I'm gonna have to build it out anyway. There we go. And you get the idea behind that. Just to give you an idea, this is the one I made in creative. So this just sits behind it, the two boats go spinning around, witches spawn on here, put hitboxes on so you can see. You can see the witches all spawning in there and dropping down. For a witch farm with hardly any parts or redstone you can make pretty early on in Skyblock World, it's not too bad at all. They missed the hopper, but there's some more redstone and that's the whole point of it. There they go. They will drop down the chute, more spawn in, so on and so forth. So I've just popped into spectator mode just to show you again what we've done, what we've got here. You've got a waterway or a boat clock, I'm not sure what it's called, going around activating the pressure plates. Trapdoors on the top of each one of these. I'm sure you can figure it out. I challenge anyone to make one that's better and easier in Skyblock. And bear in mind, this doesn't use much redstone, but it's easy. And it does work. If anyone who wants me to do a bit more of a clear video on a tutorial on how to make it, just let me know. But I think most people will be able to figure it out from that. It's fairly easy. The redstone on it looks complicated, but again, really easy. There's no components, it's just redstone and a pressure plate. Somewhere in between, I'm going to work on this pick-up area, cover it over so it's dark, and yeah.
Garbled, confusing, and quite frankly, duller than an in-flight magazine produced by Air Belgium.
And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, I'm a floating head. Hold on 1 second. There we go, that's better. Subscribe, because, you know, sometimes people do. And I'll see you next time. Bye.